Hello, welcome everyone. I'm trying to get my stream and my screen so I can follow the chat live. Because I'm a poor girl from a poor family and I only have one screen. Though I never thought I'd be streaming, so it's something totally new for me. And for some reason my app doesn't seem to want to work. Nope, I have to use the website again. I think it's stuck again. It's stuck again. Damn app. Ever since I've had an update for the app, it's not working as I wanted to, and it's very annoying. Go away with all your messages. Go to .tv/. Why doesn't it automatically give me my link? Go there. Let's see if this works. Why isn't it showing my page? I'm sorry guys, some technical difficulties. Yes, the website is working, so now I can see chat. I can see my screen double. Go to Daddy's Girl, case number 3. Case has not been opened. We're gonna load it, guys.
Hello again. Your first 2 cases indicate you have a real gift for forensics. But can you handle a genuinely grisly crime scene? I have one for you. First officer reports a call saying the apartment of a certain young woman is painted in blood. The apartment, and possibly the blood, belongs to a celebrity of sorts, Carrie Louise Kennelly, the casino heiress. But there's no body, just plenty of blood. You'll have Sarah Seidel at your side. Sarah knows her way around even the bloodiest crime scene. You better get going. She'll meet you there.
Okay, so I've worked with Warwick, I've worked with Nick, and now I'm working with Sarah. Let's go to the crime scene. And those lovely videos that are supposed to be running very smoothly with a good capture card, but our video card, sorry. That's indeed a lot of blood.
Wow, this is a lot of blood. Be careful not to step in anything. I'll document most of this, but I'd like you to photo anything that looks out of place. I don't want to jump to any conclusions yet, I just want to take in the evidence.
Okay, let's talk to the dude. Who are you? Who are you? Who? Oh, sorry. Going in CSI mode.
Who are you? Make that, who the hell are you?
Las Vegas Crime Lab. Calm down, sir, and answer the question.
Sorry. I guess I didn't expect to see a, chick playing cop. No offense. I'm Michael Dubois, Kara's fiancé. I hope you can tell me what the hell happened here. And where in God's name is she?
We're gonna do our best to determine what happened here, Mr. Dubois, and I'll try not let being a chick impede that.
I told you I didn't mean any offense. Wouldn't you be off your game if you showed up at your girlfriend's place and found it splattered like this?
A chick playing cop. What an asshat. He should be arrested for that shirt alone. Okay, when did you arrive on the scene?
Around midnight. I was expecting Carrie to be here. When I opened the door, I freaked out. Searched for her, nothing. And I called the cops, ASAP.
When was the wedding supposed to take place?
3 months from tomorrow. I mean, Carrie was picking out her damn wedding dress just the other day.
He really likes to use his dams and stuff. When was the last time you saw Miss Kennelly?
Just yesterday, in my apartment. We had lunch. I fixed it for her. Kind of an amateur chef. I'm not the sexist pig you'd think I am.
Mm-hmm.
God, we could have gone down here. Can you test this blood and see if it's Carrie's or something?
Can you think of any enemies your fiancé may have had?
Carrie? Are you kidding? Don't pay any attention to that crap in the tabloids. Carrie's a sweetheart, a living angel. And I hope to hell she still is.
Did you have an appointment with Miss Kennelly?
Appointment? You think I make appointments with my own woman? I was just dropping by. Do that all the time. She likes it, me surprising her like that.
Okay, so you're gonna get married in 3 months and you're not living in the same apartment? Did you touch anything?
Well, I've been here 100 times, so I've touched things in this apartment 100 times. But not tonight. I'm not a numbskull. Seeing all this blood, I knew something was wrong. Horribly wrong. I had to see if she was alive, so I checked her rooms quickly, and I think maybe I, stepped in some of that blood. Almost would have had to, but after I checked, I called the cops and stayed right here until you came.
Did you notice anyone suspicious leaving the premises?
No. If I had, I wouldn't be wasting time here talking to some female lab assistant and her lapdog.
What an asshole. Sorry. Do you have regular access to Miss Kennelly's apartment?
I told you I was her fiancé. I had her key, she had my key. It doesn't mean we don't respect each other's privacy. I knocked before I let myself in, and I only came in because I knocked a long time and got kind of worried. Because if she was going out, I'd know about it. We're that close, you know? And then I saw this nightmare, and I called 911.
Hey, Tech! Welcome to the show! Oh, no, welcome to the game. Well, it's a CSI show, but still. Thank you for coming. Was there anything unusual about her behavior yesterday?
Nah, she was just Carrie. If anything, she was in a better mood than usual. Sometimes she can be kind of quiet, even, I don't mean this in a bad way, mousy. But she was all smiles and laughs.
Okay, I guess those were the questions, so now we're getting some evidence. Click.
This could be significant. The splash could represent where the first cut happened.
Okay. I see blood here, but it's not, obviously not something we want to see.
This blood pooling is undisturbed. Strange. If a struggle happened with this much blood everywhere. A lot of blood for one person to lose. We don't have a body, but I'm thinking we should have.
It's indeed a lot of blood. There's more blood there, but it's not significant enough. There are drag marks here, but I can't click on those either. There's even more blood here, but for some reason the camera goes up instead of down. There's something on this pillow. It's red, so it might be blood. Semen sample. Yes, my fiancé is dead. Let's jerk off. Oh no. There's a footprint. Click.
Somebody was making this window into a door. Perp fleeing the crime scene.
But where did he leave the body?
That's not right for this.
Oh, it's too big. Okay, let's grab it then.
Plastic fragment. I have a guess what this is, but Grissom tells me not to do that.
Welcome to the stream, iHampai. Tag also says hello to you. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. So no pictures of this blood. I can't do anything with the handle. I thought maybe fingerprints, dusting, but nope. Screen won't go further to the right, so let's go back to the left. I see some blood here. Oh, there's a key. And there's something on that key.
That's not right for this. Some kind of waxy substance?
How is everyone? I'm doing good. I had my dinner. The only thing is it's bloody hot here, but I think it's bloody hot everywhere now, except for Antarctica maybe. But I'm doing good, very excited to start this new case.
We have a print overlapping the door, which means somebody left after the crime went down.
I don't think I ever did this case. When it first came out in 2006, they didn't really have a lot of online help bits of websites that was still up and coming. So I think I got stuck in one of the cases and I was missing something. And then I didn't play anymore because I didn't.
Looks like some old impressions on the pad. Let's see if you know how to process it in the field.
What's this? Paintbrush powder and house. Magnetic brush.
Try using a similar tool. You know what you've been doing. You won't see a penny, Lucy. Lucy, huh?
Let's see. Doing okay, thanks. It's hot and my wisdom teeth hurt, but still alright. How about you? And it's unreal here in the UK. I don't go well with heat. It's 30 degrees Celsius right here now as well. Though I kept some things shut and it's 26 inside, so it's doable. Wisdom teeth. I had them all four. They were taken out all four, so I know the struggle with them. I hope they can help you ease the pain. Or maybe extract the teeth so they won't bother you anymore. I second the UK hotness. Well, on the other side of the ocean, still the same. Hot weather. 27 degrees where I live. Ooh, that's nice. It's supposed to be even hotter tomorrow. They're expecting it to go up to 33 degrees. And Saturday they're expecting rain and thunderstorms and I think 26 degrees. So it's getting a little bit cooler.
Freezer is empty. Not even a frozen pizza or TV dinner.
Checking if there's something I can still click. Oh, let's see. We found footprints. Are they yours?
Could be. I was freaking out, looking every place including the damn ceiling for her. Could have left footprints just about anywhere in here.
Let's see. Tag. And yeah, waiting for the COVID to calm down. Oh yeah, of course. I needed a doctor's appointment and I had to go to some trouble to get it, so I totally get it. It would be the same for dentists. Yes, it's very hot. I remember when we went through the divorce and I got my apartment. I remember trying to paint the walls and it was 38 degrees. I just looked at the bucket of paint and it started drying up, so I had to work really fast. So I'm glad it's just 30 now and not 38 anymore. Let's talk to this douchebag again. Can we see your shoes, please?
Take him.
38, whoa, yes, it was a very big heat wave here. I hand by, hello, hello, hello.
Nice work.
Okay. Do you know anyone named Lucy?
I wish I didn't. Lucy Kennelly is Carrie's little sister. Don't think I throw the B word around loosely, but Lucy Kennelly, she is one cold, calculating bitch. If you tell me she has something to do with this, don't expect me to act shocked.
Why do you think Lucy has something to do with this?
When there's a will, there's a way. And old man Kennelly made Carrie, his older, more responsible daughter, the beneficiary of his major property, the Double Dip Casino. Even the old boy knows enough not to trust Lucy with that kind of responsibility. And brother, was little sister pissed.
Where can we find Lucy Kennelly?
Over at the Double Dip. She works there, sucking up to Daddy.
Do you recognize this key?
Looks like the key to my apartment. I told you, we exchanged keys a long time ago. You never know when there's going to be an emergency or something. Case in point.
We'd like to take a DNA sample to rule you out.
Rule me out for what? I told you before, I'm your guy where helping find Carrie is concerned. You want to give me a cup to fill, or...?
That won't be necessary, Mr. Dubois. A swab will do just fine.
What kind of DNA did he want to give us? You? I guess the same that we found in the pillow? Where can we reach you if we have more questions?
Over at the Gorman Towers, my apartment. Here's the address. And you people let me know the second you find anything about this horrible mess. I care about Carrie, you know. I really, truly care.
Location edit. So, what should we do? Should we go to the lab first? Or should we go to the other location? I'm thinking lab. Let's go to the lab first. Let's process what we found before continuing to new places. Okay, the DNA analysis computer is over here. Let's start with this one. Blood from the floor. And let's try it with the blood from the shoe. If we really stepped into it. It seems to look like a match. Let's confirm
Sure they
it.
match, but we don't know what either of these items actually are, so this doesn't really get us anywhere. We need to match one of these against something known.
Blood from Michael's DNA. Residue on key. Semen from sofa. Michael's DNA.
That's not good. No match to
Oh.
Dubois. This could mean a number of things. Worst case, she was also sexually attacked.
Have a good stream. I'm going to go get myself all sorted out for my stream, but we'll stay in here to get you the viewer. Thank you very much, I hand by. I wish I could do the same, but I need my tablet open on my stream to get the chat. But if you're still streaming when I'm done, I will pop over on your stream. I promise. Thank you for coming. Why do I have the feeling I missed some things at the apartment? I first want to go back to the apartment. For some reason I feel I missed stuff. I mean, did I get any... I only got the blood from the floor. There's blood here, I can't do anything with it.
This seems unnaturally far from the rest of the blood.
Okay, so why didn't this work the first time I tried this? What's this? Ooh. I think I was too busy with the chat, so I missed a few things. Enhances fingerprints on papers.
That's not right
Nope.
for this.
It's not paper then?
Something similar to that.
Why give me all the options and then do not let me use it? Okay, some sticky stuff on it. Thank you. I'm not going love for a while, so catch you later on. Okie dokie. Thank you, Iron Hand Pie. I hope you learn to laugh again. Tag. Nothing here. Can I open a drawer? Collects molds.
Drawer's still locked, but this indentation probably means somebody jimmied it.
I meant live, damn iPhone. That's happened to me as well. The times I typed duck according to my phone, it's impossible. Sorry. It's still locked, and why does it look like it's open? Okay. This was just the fridge, or is there more here? If only we could get some fingerprints from the dishes, so we had hers, but not working. I know, just being stupid, I'm the same, fat thumbs. I guess most of us have problems typing on our phones. I remember my first kind of smartphone. It had a real keyboard with buttons, and it was so unbelievably easy to type on that compared to the screen keyboards we have these days.
Nothing here that will help us.
Okay.
Something big and heavy was dragged through here.
I need
Body,
to
maybe.
read my messages before sending them. Nah. It's okay, as long as you don't go ducking around, then it must be okay. There's nothing else here except that pillow. Why can't I take a picture of this or of this? I mean, it should be important that there's blood over here, but nope. Okay, let's get back to the lab. What do we, now we have some extra blood, so we can check. Blood on the wall.
We can get what we want from the DNA
Oh,
workstation.
DNA, of course. I'm swiping it to the wrong one. Let's compare it to the blood on the floor.
Sure, they match, but we don't know what either of these items actually are, so this doesn't really get us anywhere. We need to match one of these against something known.
If it were that easy. Blood on the wall. Oh.
Sure, they match, but we don't know what either of these items actually are, so this doesn't really get us anywhere.
Okay.
We need to match one of these against something known.
Okie dokie. We have a fingerprint on desk. We don't have fingerprints from Michael, no. Let's see if it can search for a fingerprint. Maybe there's one in the database. Nope. Nope. Again a nope. Wait a minute, we found something.
Matched to the charming fiancé. Not a surprise since he had his own key access, but this is surprising. Dubois had a record. Assault charge 2 years ago. Barroom incident? Sounds like he had a temper. Convicted, but suspended sentence due to first offense.
Okay. So we learned a little bit more about the fiancé. Where do I drag this tool indentation?
Try that on the comparison microscope.
Microscope. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Sarah. Didn't I check the blood from Michael's shoe? I thought I checked it against the blood on the floor, but probably isn't enough to do what I needed to do.
Sure, they match, but we don't know what either of these items actually are, so
Okay.
this doesn't really get us anywhere. We need to match one of these against something known.
Okay, okay. And let's go to the other. But we can't. We don't have anything to match it with. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. There's a DNA station over here. Let's try the residue from the key. Oh, not DNA, sorry. Chemical analysis.
Wax, alright. Ski wax, actually. And you can make an impression of a key from this stuff. Perhaps somebody needed a spare key from Mr. Dubois' apartment.
Well, there's nothing more we can do with this right now. Those are just photos. Can I test the shoe print? I have a picture of bloody footprint.
Shoe and the floor print match, meaning Mr. Dubois exited after the blood was on the floor.
And this is a totally different shoe, so it's not the same shoe. Okay, let's try another location. Sat by my front door in the shade and there's a tough breeze, which is nice. Yes, the breeze, there is a kind of bit of breeze and it is very nice. Unfortunately my balcony is on the wrong side of the breeze. So the wind is coming from the other side of the building. And I've sat on my balcony for about 2 hours today reading while there was shade. And then the sun came. I think I stayed for 15 minutes and then I felt like a roasted potato and I had to go. Okay, what should we do now? Can we do? Oh wait, we still have the pictures.
Doc Robbins might be able to help with this.
Okay. Let's first go to the doc, so let's hear what he has to say before we're going on to the other locations. Got a nice cold can of Pepsi too. Well, I still have some of my beer which I had with dinner. It's not very cold anymore, so I have to keep drinking. But I have a can of Warsteiner here. German beer I got in Germany today. Living the dream. Yep, we are. Gaming, drinking, tanning, melting. What's up, Doc?
Oh, I hear you don't have a body for me. Not yet, anyway. But maybe I can give you some insights based on some photos. I'd be happy to run some tox reports if you give me blood samples as well. Obviously, I can't give you a definitive answer, but the size is right to have been made by dragging a body across the floor.
What do you think caused the spatter on the wall?
This small droplet spatter usually indicates a blow from a fist or other blunt object.
Can you estimate the amount of blood lost?
At least half a gallon. Could be more. And since it all came from one person, that person is almost certainly deceased.
What do you think was the cause of death, besides bleeding?
But there's one striking anomaly, however. It's highly unlikely a victim with that kind of wound could remain conscious long enough to spread so much blood around so many places in one apartment. One theory would be the killer held onto the victim and dragged her around the place, which would give us one very bloody perp.
Can you run a tox report on the blood from the wall?
No problem. Check back later.
And can you run a tox report on the blood from the shoe Michael Dubois gave us?
No problem. Check back later.
Let's see. Super Cindy, I saw your Twitter post. Are you enjoying your book? Yes, I am. Ever since I got those Harry Potter books, and I bought them many years ago, I've been trying to read them every summer. Either it used to be I read them in the garden, then I read them on my balcony, then I had a garden again, and now I'm reading them on my balcony. I try to reread all the Harry Potter books every summer. I normally read on my e-reader, and I have them on there as well. But there's something about reading the real Harry Potter books that makes it more enjoyable for me. So I'm now into book number 4. So after this one, 3 more to go. Only those are big ones. The first 2 were very thin. The third came a little bit thicker. And this one is over 600 pages. Can you run a tox report on the blood from the floor?
No problem. Check back later.
So we got a lot of checking to do. Anything else he wants to say to us?
Interesting item. Not sure what to make of it. When looking for cause of death, I noticed a large portion of the blood was crystallized. Few things can cause this, including severe low temperatures. I wouldn't be surprised to find the body went through some form of freezing.
Ooh. Okay, I want to check one more time because maybe there's something more to find. Oh! Broken necklace found in victim's apartment. Okay. Oh, that's what I also forgot to check. The bit of the thing we found at the window. I'm such an ADHD gal. I want to go too fast. But where should we check that thing on here?
You can run that on the chemical analyzer.
Okay, then we have to go all the way around. Because for some reason you can't go the other way. This is the chemical analysis machine. Let's see what it is.
It's a common brand of trash bag, so this means a bag was dragged out through that window, perhaps heavy enough to cause a snag. Was the victim taken out like trash?
Trash bag, common brand. Okay. Can we swap the this for DNA. There's nothing I can do on this. Maybe I have to get it to the table.
Try that on the comparison microscope.
But what are we going to compare on the microscope? It's a broken chain.
Neck was cut cleanly. From one side. Maybe during a knife attack.
Okay. We see this, but now what? Can we do anything with this? No, not really. Okay. Then I guess we're ready to go to the next bit. Let's see, Michael's apartment. Let's go to the SOB first. Maybe he can answer some more questions if we have them. I'm not sure if we have new questions, but we can only find out one way. That's by going to him. Those guys must really have good jobs to be able to afford 2 of those luxurious apartments, even with a barbecue outside, in Las Vegas. I don't think Las Vegas is a very cheap place to live. I have no idea, but I don't think the money I pay for rent wouldn't get me a shoebox there, I think. Okay. Oh, we have new questions, yes. What can you tell us about your assault record? Ooh.
Oh, for Pete's sake, did a red flag come up on that ancient history piece of crap beef?
There he goes.
Carrie and me, we were at this bar, and some asshole starts putting the make on her. No problem, at first. I tell him move along, he moves along. Only when I go to the little boy's room, I come back, and there the dipstick is, hitting on Carrie full throttle. I just, you know how it is, just went off on him. He wasn't hurt, not that bad.
Got yourself a little jealous streak, Mr. Dubois?
Jealousy has nothing to do with it. I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy who stands up for his lady when some panting jackass gets in her face is all. And Carrie, she's a sweet, trusting soul. She could get taken advantage of by some jerk without even knowing it. Till I came along, her taste in men was lousy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're a real charm. Let's see. Could your fiancé have been involved with another man?
Are you trying to bait me? How many times have I told you people we were frickin' engaged? What part of Carrie was out buying her wedding dress the other day don't you understand?
No offense, Mr. Dubois. We have to ask the tough questions in a case like this.
Well, that's not a tough question. It's a stupid one. No way in hell would Carrie be with any other guy. We're, what do you call it? Frickin' soulmates.
Mm-hmm. Why do I have the feeling that even though we hate this jackass, he is not the guy who did it, but he's still a jackass. Do you have anything that belongs to Carrie?
Tell you what, I'll throw you a bone. See those sunglasses over there?
Nice glasses. Not quite right for you, though.
Don't be silly. Those are for a female. They're Carrie's glasses. Left them here yesterday.
Could we borrow them?
I'm not going to stand on ceremony and ask for a warrant or some crap. Let me make it clear. Anything that'll help find Carrie, I'm up for.
Yay, let's grab them then. Maybe it's got some DNA for us. We could use some DNA for sure. Ooh, wait, there's something here. Yes? No? Why can't I get it? Sometimes you really have to be so precise with where you aim your mouse in this game. Maybe if I do this?
Could be a hair from our potential Vic. It has some scalp on it, which allows a DNA search. Without a victim, this is our best reference to determine if it's her blood.
He is a massive jackass. Yes, he is. But still, I don't think he did it. We just supposed to find him a jackass. A female. Yeah, we had a discussion. A few of us had a discussion about that on Twitter before. that's saying a female that sounds so degenerating, and then I said, well, there is a race in Star Trek that calls their women females, but they think females should be in the kitchen, so there goes your degenerate. The Ferengi. And let's see. Go to up. Why can't I was still working on those glasses? Give me back my glasses. Maybe there's more we can find. Why is it turning so slowly? Oh.
That's not right for this. Sunscreen or something.
I have no idea what it is, but I'm sure we can find out in the lab. Is there anything more here?
Nothing here that will help us.
Wow, look at this guy's kitchen. It's 3 times bigger than mine. Okay, just a little bit of jealousy. Lab. Let's go to that DNA thingy, and that's right as there. Can we test it against the blood on the floor? I have to say, it really looks like the blood on the floor is the same DNA as the air we found.
Blood definitely came from one person.
So how are you doing, Tag? You enjoying this? If you see any clues or anything, just let me know. Just type in chat and we'll find the son of a bitch who did this together. That's why I'm streaming this, so we can find it out together.
Liquid concealer. This is a cosmetic of choice among abused women. Green offsets the red and blue of a deep bruise. And this residue on the shades could mean they're concealing a shiner.
Let's see. Yes, I'm really enjoying it and I will try. That's all I can ask for. Glad you're enjoying it. Did we get anything else we can check? I don't think so. Can we do anything with the sunglasses? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Just remember I was at the table.
We've done all we can with that evidence right now.
Okay, can we do something with this?
We've done all we can with that evidence right now.
Okay.
Try that on the comparison microscope.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the comparison microscope then, if you want me to, Sarah. I don't think this was used for the other thing.
These don't match. It's all about the little things, tiny differences between them. Be confident you've got a match before asking me for a confirmation.
I wasn't asking you, I was asking my machine. Jeez. Do you think Doc Robinson's ready already, or? I think we have to talk to Michael again because of that cream his fiancée was using. What do you think? Let's do it? Let's do it. Sorry I didn't wait for your reply, I just went. Would your fiancée have reason to cover up bruises?
What bruises? What the hell are you implying?
We found traces of concealer makeup on her sunglasses. The kind that make bruises go away, on the surface.
What, now it's suspicious that Carrie used makeup? She was in the public eye. She had to doll herself up like a movie star. Anyway, you know how women are. I mean, vain and stuff.
You know how women are. Ugh. Asshat. He is such an asshat. Okay, let's go to Lucy and see what she has to say about that dude here. Oh, we get another video that's not working properly. Come on, I know my video card is 6-7 years old, but it's still better than what we had in 2006. I wish there would be an update for those older games. That for a small amount of money or something you could upgrade your games to the new resolution settings. Especially with these games, if you have more realistic views, you could do so much more with it, I think. Game saved. Let's talk with her.
Miss Kennelly, we're with the Las Vegas Crime Lab. We understand you've been informed about the situation at your sister's apartment.
Yes, I heard from your Captain Brass. I've been expecting you, and intend to help, of course, but could we move this along? I'm a busy woman, in charge of food services here, and that's a demanding and never-ending responsibility.
She hears her sister might be dead and she's more worried about food? Maybe she should marry that dude. Let's see, know anything about this note from your sister's apartment?
Doesn't it speak for itself? Our father has been extremely ill, and Carrie has been staying away as if she might catch something. It's reprehensible of her. I love my sister, but her avoidance of responsibility, whether business or family, is a real bone of contention between us.
Okay. What can you tell us about Michael Dubois?
Well, that Neanderthal is wrong for Carrie. He's a controlling jerk, although he's never learned to control his own temper. If this turns out to be something sinister, you may save yourself some trouble if you start with that monster.
You don't seem so concerned about your sister.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you mind if we take a look around? Can we... Oh wait, first I want the DNA sample.
We need to determine whether the blood at your sister's apartment belongs to her. As her sister, you'd be a partial match, of course.
No problem. Just because we've had our problems doesn't mean that I don't love and care about my sister. You know?
Yep. Okay. We got some DNA. Do you mind if we take a look around? Did you know if your sister was seeing anyone other than her fiancé?
Haven't I made it clear? We're oil and water, my sister and I. We are not close. And she wouldn't tell me her dress size, let alone share the details of her love life. Wait, actually, there is one thing that does come to mind. A few months ago, at the hospital, Carrie was making one of her rare visits to see how Dad is doing, and I was struck by how she and this male nurse were, well, almost flirting.
Do you know if Carrie had any enemies or stalkers?
Not that I know of. Again, we're not as close as most, or anyway, many sisters. Still, she was in the tabloids, so a stalker would be possible. Of course, that fiancé of hers behaves like a stalker. Does that count?
Do you know if Michael ever hit Carrie?
Look, I told you, Carrie doesn't share intimate details with me. But she has terrible taste in men. Controlling jerks, one and all. She's been knocked around before. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened again. She's a serial victim.
Did you ever see any signs of bruises recently?
No, but my sister doesn't exactly go easy with the makeup. She's a pretty young woman, but insecure, and cosmetics are just another thing for her to hide behind.
Let's see. Do you mind if we take a look around?
Within reason. The drawers of my desk contain key business documents that I don't care to have rifled through.
She doesn't really have a high opinion about us, I think. Has anything unusual happened with Carrie lately? I don't know. Oh, sorry. I have to get my tablet and the charger so I can still see the chat. Okay, let's go on again. My tablet has charging. Has anything unusual happened with Carrie lately?
Well, I can't say for sure it's Carrie, but I just discovered that someone was trying to use my Visa card on the day she disappeared. And they told me that their fraud protection agents had flagged a suspicious purchase. This has never happened before. It's gotta be Carrie.
That's interesting. Might be worth having Brass check into it.
I don't have anything else to say to you.
Okay. Nothing with this.
Here's an entry worthy of a raised eyebrow. Lucy had an appointment today with her sister at 7:30 p.m.
Shall we ask a question about that? Did you have an appointment with your sister at 7:30 today?
We were planning to catch a late dinner, yes, but I got caught up in some business errands and got so far behind, I'm afraid you'll find I'm on your books for a speeding ticket at around 8 p.m. Frankly, I was so bent out of shape about it, I just headed back to the office, knowing Carrie had probably been waiting for me. She didn't pick up her cell phone. I'm afraid I just considered that more typically thoughtless, irresponsible behavior on her part. Oh, and that ticket is right here, if that'll help. I don't have anything.
Mr. Halfpint. Hello, can't stay long, just a quick hi. Mr. Halfpint, even a quick hi is very welcome in this chat. I really like it when people come. I always try to support others, even if I can't stay for a little bit. So thank you for your visit. And I would say stay as long as you'd like, but stay as
I
long
don't
as
have
you
anything
can
else
would
to say to you.
probably be better. Bye bye, letter opener. Mr. Halfpint, hello from Tag. Reveals late often in dark areas.
Try using a similar tool.
She said often in dark areas. That girl has lights on in her thing. Really. I Handby says hello Mr. Halfpint, and Mr. Halfpint says hello to you too. Woohoo. I love it when a gang comes together.
Was this used for opening letters or bloodletting?
Ooh, we found something. Well, we have her DNA, so we can check. That's Sarah. Does it look like we missed anything? Oh, wait. Let's grab this piece of paper. Wow, that escalated quickly. Letters or murder. Yeah, probably murder with the amount of blood we found. I said take it. I'm guessing we're going to open this up at the table of the lab. Oh, I had my mouse in the corner, as you could see. And let's see. We got a torn document. We got a speeding ticket. Well, let's go to the lab and check this out. And we got a new location. But first the lab. DNA. Let's first check this DNA that Lucy gave us. And see how far it's a match from the hair.
We have a partial allele match between the blood at the crime scene and Lucy's DNA sample, which is what you'd expect with siblings. And since Mr. Kennelly has no other children, the blood at the scene belongs to Carrie Kennelly.
Mr. Halfpint says, hey Handby. Hello, hello. Blood from letter opener. Looks like it's her own blood.
Okay, so Lucy really did cut herself.
Not everyone is lying, Sarah.
And how goes the case of the bloody apartment and the missing heiress?
Lots of blood, few suspects, no body. Blood's Carrie's all right, matched up with her sister. But if she's lost literally gallons of blood, she has to be dead, doesn't she?
Well, as Sherlock Holmes once said, when you have excluded the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
But isn't Sherlock Holmes a fictional character?
Probably.
Okay, we still have that torn paper. I'm guessing we take that to the table. Oh, it's not a puzzle. Let's see if we can make anything from this. What is it, a testament? Last Will and Testament. That looks like something that comes here. It looks like you come here. Okay. Nope. I'm trying to grab this bit.
Here's a stunner. Mr. Kennelly is leaving the double dip to Carrie, not Lucy, even though it's Lucy who's worked her tail off for him. This is a motive.
Mr. Halfbind, Super Sunny, I've never played the CSI games, just looking at this, they look very good. Are you enjoying them? Yes, I am. Sometimes, because they are a little bit older games, it's a little bit difficult where to aim the mouse, because I've had a few times where I had to aim about a centimeter or a third of an inch away from the item to get it to click. And as you can see, the resolution isn't what we're used to these days. But it's working, and I really like with this game that they use the original voices of the cast. Sometimes you get to play with a cast that you know from TV, but then they don't have the rights for the voice acting of the original actors. And that just gives me the creeps, and I would say take different characters and play with those. I have 5 PC CSI games. So I think there were 7 or 8 released. I have this game, The 3 Dimensions of Murder, on PlayStation 2 as well, but I haven't played it yet. So I might dive into the PlayStation version after I finish this one. And I have the Wii, a Wii game of one of the ones I don't have on PC. Yeah, I love it when the voice acting is done by the original cast. Yes, and so far I've played a bit of CSI New York, the game, because I was testing it out if I could play this for my charity stream July 25th. And it has original voices, and this game has original voices as well. And what I really like about a little detail about this game we're playing right now, I guess you all know the Walking Dead series, where you go and play with Clementine. That's made by Telltale Games, who unfortunately are no longer, and Telltale also worked on this game. Just a little bit of information for you. And let's see, we've used this. We've used that. I think we have to go to Brett for the speeding ticket.
You know the kind of pressures we get from the string pullers in this town. Right now, Jacob Kennelly, from his deathbed, is providing a healthy dose. This kind of grief we don't need. So we need to find out what happened to his daughter fast. Now, what do you need?
But Mr. Halfine, I'm really into crime scenes, crime TV shows and movies. So when I heard there would be a CSI games, back then I had a little bit more money, so I bought most of them and I really enjoyed them, but I can't remember ever finishing one. So that's why I wanted to stream one of the games while playing it free with you guys. The first Walking Dead game broke my heart, and then it got to a zombie. Fed it. Then it fed it to a zombie. Yes, I still have to play the last episodes, the last game of the Walking Dead. But it's still so expensive, so I'm hoping that the complete series will get a little bit cheaper. Because I have them all most of them I have digital, but I would really like to have the Telltale games of the Walking Dead originally. That's awesome. Love Telltale games. Yes, me too. Only I played a little bit of what's it called? Back to the Future. I think it was one of their older games, and I really had difficulty with that, with figuring out what to do, where to go. It was more difficult than this. Oh, I feel that Mr. Halfbind, that first game was so emotional. Yes, wait till you get further. It will get more emotional, but I won't say anything beside that. Let's see. Let's talk to Breast for a bit again. Can we verify the call to Lucy from Visa's fraud unit?
Well, her story is confirmed. Someone made an international call to a hotel in Aruba using Lucy Kennelly's Visa card. Visa flagged it as being outside of her normal spending pattern and notified her that it could be fraudulent. We could have a break here. If it was Carrie who made the charge locally, then she was still alive at 5:04 this evening, improving our timeline.
Okay. Could you check that the speeding ticket is legit, or how do you say it in English?
Only take a second to access interdepartment records, and here it is. 8:12 p.m., 60 miles per hour in a residential zone. She was in one hell of a hurry to get someplace. This confirms she didn't meet her sister at 7:30, but that doesn't clear Lucy of murder, not when we don't even have a time of death or a body.
Mr. Halfpint, I don't think my little best would be able to handle anything after the first one. I have to say, if you really like the first one, and if you like the mechanics they used, the storyline of Clementine, I really liked it. I know it's not an original storyline, I know it's one they created next to the original series. I think it came from the cartoons, from the comics? Not cartoons, comics. I'm getting a whole lot of rage right now because I said cartoons. I think it came from the comics, but I'm not sure because I never read the comics. I would really like to have the comics of The Walking Dead because I do like the franchise, but again, funds, having to choose what and what not. I must dash now, but keep up the good work. Bye iHenpai and bye Totally Average Gamers UK. Thank you for joining in, Mr. Halfpint. Thank you for the chat. I will be trying to stream all 5 of the cases. This is the 3rd case. So we still got some way to go, and I hope to see you again someday. And if I see you streaming, I'll catch you. Thank you. Autocorrect is my enemy. I meant to say my little body. I thought there was something off right there. Okay, no worries. We got you. And catch you soon, Mr. Halfpint from iHenpai. In which case, I shall return. Woohoo, yes! I will be streaming tomorrow, but then it's a PlayStation 4 stream, and I will be continuing my journey through Dragon Age Inquisition. And it's probably, depending on the weather, an afternoon plan, but if the weather gets too hot and I get too drowsy, it will be an evening one. They're from a graphic novel, yes. Oh, so it's graphic novel and not comic book? Okay. I'm learning. I'm a filled geek. So thank you for correcting me, iHenpai. Tag says, okay, Mr. Halfpint, hope you have a good day. Well, of course, the same for me. And let's see, should we bring Mr. Kennelly in for questioning, you think?
Doubtful. He's very sick and very rich. Those are hard hurdles to get over, and getting over them will take time. If we can crack this thing without going there, we should.
Well, maybe we can go to him because we have the address to his hospital. Okay, let's go to the Skylar Progressive Hospital. Let's get a very wonky cutscene again. Hey, hello Derby Drinker, welcome to the stream. Tech, yeah, Walking Dead game makes my heart hurt, yes. I have to say, as I said, I played them all except the last one. And The Walking Dead has got me sobbing a few times because I really started to care for Clementine and I felt so sorry when stuff happened. iHenpai says hello Derby Drinker and Tag says Derby Drinker hello. iHenpai, hi, how are you? That dude looks like he had too much coffee already, but let's talk to him. Are you Alex Porterson?
Yes, I am. Now we know who I am. Who are you?
Vegas Crime Lab. We have a few questions.
iHenpai, I'm a good mate yourself. Let's see, do you know Carrie Kennelly?
No.
Why do I feel that's a lie? Aren't you the nurse for Mr. Kennelly?
Of course I am. And I know that his daughter is Carrie Kennelly. She's had her picture in the media enough. And I may have spoken to her in passing when she's come to see her father. Though the younger daughter, whose name I forget, she comes around more
Hey,
frequently.
Arve.
But when you ask if I know the young woman, I can say that a male nurse and a casino heiress do not normally run in the same circles.
Hey, Arve. I wish I had a webcam that was working. I could make it a doggy cam and get Arwen on screen. She's so lovely. I'm sorry I have to cuddle Arve for a few seconds. Derby Drinker, how are you doing, Cindy? All good, I hope. Yes, I'm doing good. I still have some financial issues, but I will have them for a couple more months, unfortunately. So, I would say, if you can donate, I have a Ko-Fi page with all the information. I still have to update one of the taxes because I thought I would get it on paper, but they only send out digital, so I have to cut and paste to get it on there as well. I'm doing okay. I'm really enjoying this game. I hope I'm being a good host and that you enjoy the game as well. And I hope you, of course, have had a good day. Maybe you started working again, maybe you're still working from home. Are you sure you don't remember Carrie Kennelly? Okay, let's try it again with the dude.
The younger sister whose name slipped your mind? Her name is Lucy, and according to her, the last time Carrie visited her father, you were more attentive to Carrie than to the patient.
Well, that's an absurd assertion. Now that you mention it, and keep in mind how many patients I deal with in a day, much less a week or a month, Carrie Kennelly was sort of friendly to me. Look, I really don't know her, but she did call me here at the hospital once. But it didn't go anywhere. We live in different worlds.
Did you know Carrie Kennelly is missing?
Missing? Why, no. No, I didn't. That's sad news. I mean, she seems sweet and unaffected, considering her background. But you should understand that Mr. Kennelly's condition has worsened, and he was recently moved to another hospital where he could receive specialized treatment, so I haven't seen either of those young women lately.
Derby Drinker, always a good host. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm back at work. Been back 5 weeks already. Okay, I thought they were just starting it up all everywhere. I've seen many tweets of people having to start this week or last week or starting next week at the 1st of July. I Henpai, you're doing great, Super Cindy. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm starting to get to a point where I'm less anxious. My first few streams were elevated heart rate, sweaty hands, stumbling with words sometimes, so I'm really happy with your help that we're doing this good. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I really love the support, I love the chats. And as I said, if you see something I'm missing, please let me know in chat and I'll try to implement it in the game. Are you holding something back? Let's go on with that game then, that's why you're here.
Hey, I really didn't mean to be evasive. It's just, if I were accused of getting familiar with a patient's daughter, I could get in trouble here. I really, truly don't know that young woman, except in passing.
Nou, dan moet je dan per se bij een stoel gaan liggen. Je mag ook op de bank liggen, schat. Oké. What shall we do now? We asked all the questions, but according to Lucy, he was more than friendly with Carrie, so let's try Lucy again. Maybe she can clear things up a little bit from our talk with Alex. Yes, we got questions. Oh, and of course we got the stuff looked at the lab. How did blood get on this letter opener?
Take a look at how sharp that stupid thing is. I should throw the damn thing out as many times as I've cut myself opening letters with it. But it was a gift from my father, and I'm sentimental that way.
We've read your father's will.
Really? Well, it makes for humorous reading, if you're into irony. So much for hard work and dedication and family. I'm taking it in the nethers, so that Daddy can help Carrie grow up and settle down.
You sound pretty upset about it.
Wouldn't you be? But I'm not worried. Carrie hasn't ever shown any interest in the family business, and she'll come running to me for help when the time comes.
Could you have been upset enough to want to hurt your sister?
I told you, she'll be in over her head and need me. Why should I hurt her? Or do you mean kill her? Right. I slashed my sister to ribbons in her apartment over this. Sure. That'll put me in solid with my father.
Well, that note you left did sound like a threat. You won't see a penny?
Look, I don't want this to get out. It's confidential. That time I said would come when she'd come running to me for help? Well, it already came. Carrie was ready to hand the casino over to me.
Do you have any proof that Carrie agreed to give you the casino?
You want it in writing? Carrie's writing? Sure, it's right here.
Okay. You can have it all. Please don't tell Carrie. I mean, if you say please don't tell, it's not like she was really willing to give it up. Do you mind if we borrow your sneakers?
Just because my sister and I aren't close doesn't mean I don't care about her. So sure, but get those back. I jog regularly, keeps me fit and sane, and that's my only pair.
These shoes appear to have been bleached. But was it to remove blood?
Tag says, Derby drinker, I'm doing okay, thanks, what about you? And then Tag again, yeah, Super Cindy, I've been enjoying your streams a hell of a lot. Thank you very much, it's been an honor to have you in my stream because you make chat go wild. Haha, I like it when we have an active chat. Millie Tigger, hi Cindy, sorry I'm late. Millie, don't say sorry, you're here and that's most important. Thank you for joining, Millie.
I don't have anything else to say to you.
Okay, let's go to the lab and check that stuff on the shoe. Lab. Tag says hello, Millie. And Millie sends out a hug. Ah, let's make it a group hug. Woohoo! Okay, we just got the swab from the shoe.
You can run that on the chemical analyzer.
Oh, it's not blood? I thought it was blood. Let's search then.
Well, there are no traces of blood on these shoes, just a lot of bleach. These shoes were not the ones at the crime scene.
No blood found, shoes were... Why would you bleach your shoes if you have nothing to hide? Is that a really weird thing? But we found a shoe print at the site. So let's go to the shoes. And we found a shoe print at the... No. Near the window. Hey, wait a minute, guys.
Same brand and size, but the
Ooh.
parcel lacks any individual marks.
Ooh. Okay. Where to go now? We still don't have a body, so going to the morgue, I think, is not really what they need. For us, maybe? Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. I need something to drink. My throat is getting dry. I have to... Oh, Ar is laying on my chair. Ar, mag ik even langs? I have to get something to drink. Be back in a few seconds. Please keep chatting. Derby Drinker said maybe she stood in bleach or something that was left at the scene after the murderer cleaned it up. I think because you missed the beginning of the scene of the game of this case, Derby, it was a very, very bloody mess. There wasn't, the only thing missing was the body, and we think it was taken in a plastic heavy-duty trash bag, but we're not sure. But we found a bit of plastic at an open window where we found that shoe print. I Henpai, great chatting to you all. I'm going to head off and start my stream, but we'll catch you all later. Super Cindy, bye all. I Henpai, thank you very much for being here. Have a good, lot of fun on your own stream. And if you're still streaming when I'm done, I'll promise to pop by yours. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, let's talk to Brass. Ooh, many questions. Can you run a background check on Alex Porterson for me?
Sure thing. Looks like Mr. Porterson was once picked up at a club where patrons walk the kinkier side. Erotic blood play. Sick as that sounds, Nurse Porterson wasn't charged with anything.
Erotic blood play? I can't imagine anything with that. Could you get me a copy of Carrie Kennelly's recent phone records?
Yeah, it's right here. Plenty of calls to and from the hospital, but one was to Alex Porterson's cell phone at 4:36 p.m. today, before that call to Visa.
Okay. Did you follow up on that hotel in Aruba?
We called that hotel, but they have no listings of Carrie calling or booking a room. Dead end.
Let's see what the chat did. Tag says, I Henpai, good luck with your stream. Nice talking to you and catch you later. I'm not sure if I Henpai will still read it, but I think you will like the message. Oh. Okay, so we have done this, we have done that. We have the the phone records. Why did she call that nurse on his private line? Lucy, you have some explaining to do. Oh, and the bloody footprint, of course. Duh. Your shoes match the brand and size of a bloody footprint from Carrie's home.
So my footprint is at my sister's place.
On
Why
the
is
table?
that significant?
It indicates you were at your sister's after the crime took place.
Are you kidding? We're sisters. About the same height and build from our shoe size to our bra size. Carrie and I both had pairs of running shoes like that, as do a couple hundred other people in Vegas who took advantage of the same sale. Just because our daddy has dough doesn't mean we don't like a bargain. You two are trying my patience. I have work to do, if you'll excuse me. I don't have anything else to say to you.
Henpai says, yeah, I'm still here, just getting myself some water. I will keep on here on my phone, but going to work. Okie dokie, gotcha. We went to Lucy. Where can we go? Maybe Michael has something new to tell us. You never knew. Yes, is this Carrie's handwriting on the note?
That's hers, all right. Flowery and feminine. I could spot it across the room.
Do you have any idea why Miss Kennelly would have written on this note?
Not a clue. But her judgment isn't always, well, let's say she has no particular interest in the family fortune. The truth is, if she didn't have that fortune to dip into, she'd sing a different tune.
Her note says, please don't tell. Do you know what it could be referring to?
For all the tabloid coverage she's got over these last couple years, Carrie's almost straight-laced, sweet to a fault. What that queen bitch sister of hers might have on her, I could not imagine.
Okay. Been here, been here. Let's go here. We've looked at Carrie Kennelly's phone records.
Which leads us to a few new questions, Mr. Porterson, starting with why did you lie to us about your relationship with Miss Kennelly?
What relationship? Do you have a relationship with everybody you talk to on the phone? We've become friends, casually, is all. I didn't lie, I just played that down, because I knew you'd take it wrong, which you are. I've just, been trying to lend her a sympathetic ear. She can use it, after the abuse that bastard boyfriend of hers dishes out.
Did she tell you he was abusing her?
Well, no, not specifically, but abused women are always afraid to reveal what's going on. They cover up for the abuser. Hell, you know that better than I do. But I have eyes. Even if I hadn't had medical training, a bruise is a bruise. And all the makeup at all the cosmetic counters in town couldn't conceal those contusions. And her manner, my God, she was scared to death of that brute.
When did you last see her?
Must be a couple days ago. Of course, I talked to her on the phone just today. She was in a bad place where this, I can barely stand to say, marriage to that monster is concerned.
Can we have a DNA sample from you to rule you out?
Listen, I couldn't be more pleased that you're looking after Carrie's welfare, but if you want my DNA, you'll need to jump through the proper legal hoops. I know firsthand about labs screwing up, and I'd want every I dotted and T crossed before we took that step. Sorry.
Okay. With him telling us that the dude, Michael, that he hit her, let's see what Michael has to say, if Michael has to say anything. We have evidence that you physically abused Carrie.
Is this how you find out what happened to Carrie? Accuse the one who loves her of crap like this? This is slander, and this is America, and I... Who said I did? What, that stick-up-her-butt sister of hers? You believe that self-serving psycho?
So the charges are unfounded.
Listen, this is personal, so I'd appreciate it if... What was your name? Sarah? You're a nice-looking woman. Hey, I don't mean to step over any line here, but grown-ups know about these things.
Is that right?
I didn't mean any offense. It's just that that icicle sister of hers doesn't understand what happens behind a bedroom door between two people who love each other in a, you know, passionate kind of way. What, you never had a hickey, honey?
That line you didn't mean to step over, Mr. Dubois? You just did.
Come on, I never hit Carrie out of anger. Hey, I like it a little rough, so does she. She's of age, she's with me of her own free will. I love her, okay? I would never hurt her in a hurtful way. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
He passionately hits her. Well, wow. Can someone say asshat very fast many times? Let's see if we can talk some more with the dude. Can we have a minute of your time?
Well, if you're back, it must be to thank me for pointing you toward that scumbag Dubois. Whatever happened to Carrie has to be that bastard's fault.
Michael Dubois denies that there was any abuse between himself and Carrie.
Seems they were into rough sex, behind closed doors. Strictly consensual.
And you're just going to take that abusive son of a bitch at his word.
Mr. Porterson, you're the one we've caught in a lie. What makes you a more reliable source than Dubois? Starting to think Alex ought to cut back on the caffeine. Let's help ourselves to a cup of Joe. His cup. If we're lucky, we might be able to get prints and a DNA sample off of it.
I see a print.
That's not right for this.
Come on, I sprayed it 20 times. Okay, we got ourselves a fingerprint. Can we do anything more with this?
Funny, isn't it? How sometimes a DNA sample is just waiting for you in a public place.
Okay, now we've got DNA. We've got a fingerprint. Lab. We know it's his fingerprint, but still I want to get it in here. Let's see if we can find a match. Maybe he's got a record as well for something. Yes.
Matches Alex Porterson's hospital employee records. Not exactly a shock.
No, it's not a shock. Oh. Let's see. We got some DNA from the dude. Oh, one more back. Let's see. Where was the bit from the that thingy? Ah, from the semen. No. Blood on wall. Semen from sofa.
Whoa. Looks like the male nurse has been exercising his bedside manner on Carrie's couch.
But, huh? Okay. That's something let's confirm it to be sure before it doesn't register. After she told us. Yoo-hoo! Alex, you've got some explaining to do.
Seems like you've been lending her more than a sympathetic ear.
Okay, look. I know this looks bad, but if you just think about it 1 second, you'll understand. I mean, do you really think I want that anger management class reject Dubois, knowing that I'm seeing his intended? Who knows what that psychopath is capable of?
When did you last see Carrie Kennedy?
Well, I did talk to her briefly on the phone, but I've been here at the hospital on shift since 8 this morning.
Tag, nice one. Thank you. No more questions?
I have nothing else to say.
Let's talk to the fiancé. Did you know your fiancé was involved with a nurse?
Say what?
Did you have any prior knowledge of this?
This isn't a topic I care to discuss with strangers. I'm out of here.
Well, let's hope he's not on his way to see Alex Porterson and create a new crime scene for us. And much as I'd love to fine-comb this place, Dubois being gone doesn't erase our need for a warrant.
Oops.
What do you think happened? And hey, thanks for sharing my secrets with that ape, Dubois. I'm lucky he didn't kill me. In fact, he threatened as much. Said, I'll kill your ass too.
Almost a confession.
Were there any witnesses to Dubois assaulting you?
I was alone in the break room when he caught up with me. I just thought he'd get in my face and that would be the end of it. And when he knocked me down, I was stunned. He was gone before I could yell for help. I did call hospital security, though. I probably shouldn't have.
Because having your relationship with a patient's daughter come out isn't so cool, is it?
I haven't done anything inappropriate. Damn, you people find out I've been assaulted and climb all over my ass? Why is it I pay taxes again?
Well, if you live in the Netherlands because they're assholes and they want all your money. Where is Michael Dubois now?
Fortunately, hospital security called the police, and they caught up with that asshole in the parking lot. You should be able to check on that yourself. You still think I'm a liar or something.
Okay, so if he's with the police, we have to go to brass. Can we bring in Michael Dubois for questioning?
Mr. Dubois is already a guest in lockup. He assaulted Nurse Porterson last night, as you probably already know. Shall we have a chat with the hot-tempered lad?
Let's do that. Why did you attack Alex Porterson? Jeez, come on, why do you think?
I didn't attack him. If I'd attacked him, he'd know it, and so would you. I took it easy on that nerdy little creep, hitting on Carrie like that.
As opposed to the way you hit on her? Are you saying you had no suspicion Carrie was seeing another guy?
Well, yeah, I guess I did. You can always tell when your, significant other's got something on their mind, but I wrote that off to pre-wedding jitters. How could I have imagined a toothpick like that twerp Porterson was my competition?
Had to hurt. Who could blame you for getting mad?
Maybe it made you mad enough to kill her.
Kill her? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. I admit I got a jealous streak, but I would never take it out on her. Give a creep like that Portison an ass kicking, sure, but I wouldn't even kill a maggot like that, let alone the woman I love, and I do love her. But we don't know she's dead. We're not writing her off as dead, are we? Are you?
Exactly where were you before you arrived at her apartment?
You're not letting this go, are you? I was at home watching TV. Then I went over to her place at midnight. That's all there is to it.
Anybody see you leave?
Probably not. I used the stairwell.
If I were in your shoes, I'd want an alibi.
Trinity updated warrant available from Brass. Oh, let's close this first. Okay, so we go, instead of talking to Brass here, we have to go to his office for that warrant. Can I get a warrant from Michael Dubois to search his apartment?
You got enough evidence for a search. I'll hit up a judge.
Okie dokie. Go to Michael's apartment. Ha ha ha! This is going nicely.
Nothing here that will help us.
These days, if you would play a game like this, I guess you'd all see titles and stuff. Real life graphic images. That's basketball. Don't think basketball did it. Can we now get his phone?
Nothing here that will help us.
No? No angry texts to his missus? Okay, let's grab that knife.
We've got one child here with no family resemblance. This set of knives came from a high-end cutlery shop. But this other one? It's just a plain old Slice Co.
Let's try the dark area stuff. Hey!
Bloody surface. Serrated
Yay,
edge.
Nokia.
Could this be the weapon we've been searching for?
Yes, in the previous case it was a Nokia as well. And so far if we had cars that were GMC cars. But in one of the cases, one of the people did buy tickets for a Canadian singer with a high voice. So they didn't get to say Celine Dion. But I think Nokia and GMC are sponsors in this game. And maybe also the series. Can't remember, I have to watch the old series again someday. But I'm still busy watching Criminal Minds. Okay, I'm drifting off here. Is there more to see? Does he have food in his fridge, you think? There's something here. Let's grab this. Oh. There's something in there.
Funny thing to file away. And it wasn't even under S.
Maybe that's what was used to open up the drawer in the apartment? Hey, the barbecue.
Not to talk trash about Mr. Dubois, but let's get to the lab and see what brand of bag he prefers.
Okay. Too bad there's not a review. Again, if you would play this game right now, I think you would have a high quality picture of, or even a high quality video bit of Las Vegas here right now. Probably including the sounds. But alas, this game is 14 years old. So not that up to date with what they can do now. Derby Rinka, I'm off to stuff my face with food. Have a good evening, people. Great stream, Sunny. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a good meal. I hope it tastes you very well. And thank you for being here. I really enjoyed your company and I enjoy your support. Thank you very much. Let's see, what did we find? Oh yeah. Items. Items. Screwdriver. Trace. Nee. Where is that thing with the dent? Imprint of missing page. The other imprint. Imprint.
Now we know what tool was used at Carrie's apartment to break open the drawer.
Nice meeting you. Have a good one. Okay, so we now know who tried to open this. Only shouldn't it be the other way around, guys? I mean, when there's a dent in something, it doesn't make another dent in something. It leaves the trace a little bit higher instead of lower. Because it's dented, it won't reach this up. Okay, don't go too technical, Sunny. It's not working on games like this. Let's see, we did this. Is there something more we can do with this? Ooh, almost missed it. Guys, look, we found something. Of course I'm getting the wrong thing again. I'm trying the paper. Ooh, it's not bugging me to get the other stuff. Fingerprint. Okay, we found a fingerprint. Of course we go to the fingerprint section. Fingerprint. Let's see if we can search for matches. We always start at this side. Let's start at this side for a change. Just to be different. Haha. Nope. Yeah, let's take
We've got a match to a Nevada Gaming Commission card. Lucy Kennelly. Wonder what she was doing around Michael Dubois' apartment. Those two brag about hating each other.
And why did she have that screwdriver? Did she put it in there? Did he put the screwdriver in there? Ooh. Huh. What did we get? Blood from knife. No, one more back. Blood from knife. What should we compare it to? No. Almost. This was the same as the previous one. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have a match.
So blood on the knife matches our Vic. I wonder if Dubois will try to write this off to rough sex play.
Okay, I think we used everything we found. Oh no, the plastic. See if it's the same baggie.
So Dubois had the same brand of trash bags as the torn fragment we found at the crime scene. They are a common brand, so it's by no means proof. Michael and Carrie had access to these. Anyone else?
Okay. Brass, we need to talk to the dude again. Can I talk to a suspect again? Michael.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
Okay, thank you very much, Brass. Does this knife belong to you?
I know you think I'm some sort of mouth breather, but I'm actually a man of means and taste. I said I was an amateur chef. I wouldn't demean my kitchen with cheap tools like that.
Maybe so, but that's where we found it. In your kitchen. Maybe it walked in of its own accord. By the way, lab tells us your fiancée's blood is all over it.
Well, it may be her blood, but it's not my knife. I go in for the best. I can afford to spoil myself, and I do.
Do you know how this knife got into your apartment?
Are you deaf or stupid or both? You shouldn't be looking at me. You should be asking yourself, who put that junk blade in my shiny kitchen? I can tell you one thing, Carrie has knives like that. That sister of hers gave them to her, which shows you how little that bitch really cares about her. Lucy probably just lifted them from the double dip. It's the kind of low-end cutlery their restaurant
Guys,
uses.
remember we found that wax on the key? I think the real killer is playing a game with us, because that wax we found on his door key that was on the floor of Lucy's apartment, Carrie's apartment, they said you could use that wax to make a copy of a key. Let's see, who could have exited your apartment to place the knife?
Other than Carrie and me, I don't know. You'd have to check with the building manager. Janitor.
Okay. We got some testimony evidence. It said we found a screwdriver in your apartment.
Someone hid it in a file folder. It was used to pry open a desk drawer in Carrie Kennelly's apartment.
Looking for something?
A screwdriver in a file folder? Why don't you put it back and file it under screwed over by the cops?
Why don't you try leveling with us? Or you could be screwing yourself, Mr. Dubois, right into death row.
I came in, I saw that bloody mess. At that moment, for some stupid reason, I flashed onto this desk drawer Carrie had always kept locked from me, never telling me what was in it, drove me nuts, thinking the woman I loved, the woman I was gonna marry, thought it was right keeping something from me. So I ran to my truck, grabbed my screwdriver to pry the drawer open. I was looking for love letters or some such. Didn't really know, just had to know what was so damn secret. Only it was empty. I shut it. Felt very stupid about it, okay? And then I called the police.
So after you got back to your apartment, you hid the screwdriver in a place you thought we wouldn't find it. You thought wrong.
Why not just put the screwdriver back into the car? Scaredy Matt. Hey Pixie, so happy I could join you. Matt, welcome. We're still playing the third case. It's still not finished. We haven't found the killer yet. Even though the guy here is the fiancé of the person we assume that. He's a big ass, by the way. I don't think he did it. I think he's being framed. But thank you so much for joining, Matt. It's awesome. Let's see what we can do now. We just got a thing saying Brass had a new warrant for us, so we have to go to Brass's. I still think it's so wrong. Brass is right here, and we have to go to his office to talk to him. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks, Matt. I'm having a... Well, it's been a good day, I have to be honest. I don't want to complain about the weather, but the sun was a bit hot. I hope you're having a good day as well. I believe you will be streaming later this evening. If I saw it right on Twitter. Can I get a warrant for Lucy Kennelly? Office.
Compelling stuff. I can call that judge with a clear conscience and get that search warrant.
Okay, so we can go to her office. Lucy's office. Something scribbled.
Well, this is definitely not Mr. Dubois' day. These records show profits from Mr. Dubois' bookmaking operation. Maybe this is the leverage Lucy Kennelly was talking about.
Ooh, bookmarking. Oh, that's a key. Let's just grab it with a glove, shall we?
Hey, doesn't this key look like the one we found in Carrie's apartment?
Tag says Scaredy Matt, hello? Scaredy Matt, oh, it's been very hot today, and hopefully it's still super warm though. Yes, it is. It's starting to cool down a bit, but it's still 29 degrees outside. In my apartment, it's 26 and a half already. And Tag, you get a hi from Scaredy Matt. Woohoo! Is there something on this key? Nope, nothing on the key. That's boring. What can we find? We already had our agenda. Still nothing here? Nope. Nothing here. This is what I mean, but you have to be very precise. There's something in there.
Fairly wide gauge needles. I wonder what she needs these for. Skylar Progressive Hospital. That's where her dad was.
Okay. CSI Love Great, I Love Dark Motives on PC. That's the one I have for the Wii, but I can't remember ever finishing it. So maybe someday I have to dust off my Wii. This is 3 Dimensions of Murder. I also have it for PlayStation 2. I've also been trying out CSI New York, the game, because I might want to stream it for my charity stream July 25th. But the first case had a victim which was a person of color, so I didn't think it would be right to start with that, so I still have to check the rest of the game to see if there are less cases that if there are cases that are better suited for my stream. I Henpai says, hey Scaredy Matt, and Scaredy Matt says, hey hi Henpai. It's always fun when people are so happy to see each other in the chat. I like it. Oh, there's something on the bottom of that box. Turn. Or is this just... No? Oh, there is something. Let's just try this, and then she tells me I
Something
need
similar
the
to
other
that.
one. I always get the wrong ones, and then they tell me off again. Okay, so we found something. I think it's a blood sample. Hey, I was still busy on that box. Give me back my box. There. Yep. That's pretty bit because really interesting games. Yes,
Nice work.
I really love the TV shows. Although CSI Miami was my least favorite, New York was my most favorite, especially after Grissom quit the Las Vegas one. But I really like the games. As I said earlier in streams, I have 5 of the PC games, 1 for the Wii and 1 for PlayStation, and I think there are 6 or 7 games made. I'm missing a few. Tag, I've got some stuff to do and we'll leave you in the background. Well, I hope your stuff will work out okay, and if I think I want to try to finish this case for the stream, because I feel we're getting very close now. So I might stream a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I want to finish this. Okay, let's go back to the lab, guys. DNA. Let's try to start with the DNA for the blood we found. So many items we found. No. Go. Go. Blood from needle. Who should we compare it with first? Let's be safe. Is it the same?
Look at our sweet innocent heiress have been putting in her veins.
Okay. Oh, let's get through.
Hey, Grissom asked me to check up on you guys. Crack this sucker yet?
Who was it that said curiouser and curiouser?
Probably Grissom, quoting Lewis Carroll. What's the latest curiosity?
Well, seems Carrie has this thing for needles and the people who have access to them.
Into drugs.
Initial report from the bloodbath in her apartment was negative. We're about to run this new sample by Doc Robbins.
If tox turns up clean here too, then you need to ask yourself, if our Vic wasn't shooting up, what were those needles for?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Well, before we go to the morgue, I want to finish those items we just got. Sorry. Trace analysis. What was it called? Come. No. Oh, this is chemical. I'm being silly. Sorry. I meant the trace analysis. I have a fingerprint. Let's see. First fingerprint we've got. Not the same. Another fingerprint we've got. Kinda. Okay. That doesn't really work. Let's search then. As I said in the beginning, we started here. Now we're gonna start from the back, just to do something different. Guys, I think we immediately got the one we wanted. Haha, it's
Horson's prints.
the back.
Not too surprising if this box did come from that hospital.
Okay. Let's see. The key. We found the key. Key is microscope, I guess. Where's the key? Items. Key. Click. I think we compare it with the key we found in Lucy's apartment lying on the floor. Is it the match? I think so.
Yes, an exact match to the key to Michael Dubois' apartment. So there was a third person with access.
How did she get that key, we now wonder. I didn't find anything else new to use. We checked everything, so let's go to the morgue because Sarah just told Catherine we were going to Doc Robbins. So let's go there then. Huh? Don't make Sarah a liar. Can you run a tox report on the blood from this needle?
Consider it done. Check back for the results.
Have you gotten the tox report back from the blood?
I have clean. No drugs indicated at all. Then what was Carrie using needles for?
My good is as good as yours, Doc. Guess we're talking to Michael some more? Or should we talk to the nurse? Maybe both. Let's try both. Michael Dubois.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
Let's just try both. Are you running a bookmaking operation?
What? Listen, this is supposed to be a missing persons deal or a murder. What does this have? How did... Found my records, huh? Thought I'd misplaced them, or maybe Carrie had taken them.
Is that the real reason you decided to break into her desk before calling the police?
Okay, it is. But so what? That doesn't mean I killed her, beat her bloody or anything. I just saw all that red everywhere and knew you people would give the place the treatment, and if those records were there, better I found them than you. But I didn't find them, and you did. Where?
Let's see, how did your bookie reports get into Lucy's office?
Lucy's office? What the? Why if... I have no idea. Unless that bitch stole them for some sick reason.
Bookmaking outside the system is frowned on even in a gambling town like Vegas, especially in a gambling town like Vegas. You need to keep better track of your records.
How did Lucy Kennelly get a key for your apartment?
She had a key to my... Damn it! Is there anything that conniving little monster won't do? How should I know how she got the key? Stole it from her sister, maybe. I sure as hell didn't give it to her. Like to wring her scrawny little neck.
Not the smartest thing to say in front of a homicide detective.
Oh, just popped out. I have this tendency to, you know, let off steam. Wouldn't you be wound a little tight if you'd had the day I had?
Was Carrie doing drugs?
This morning I'd have said that was crazy, the idea she'd do drugs. Now, what do I know? Up is down, down is up, black is white, white is sure frickin' truce.
Okay. Let's go. We didn't do this one yet. The Evans Trinity. Michael. He's looking kind of okay. How's Lucy? Ooh, Lucy! Oh, warrant available via Brest, so we have to go to Brest soon to get a warrant for her. How does Alex look? Not too much. Lucy? Okay. Close the file. Let's go to Brest for that warrant. Let's see who did it. So who do you think did it? I know you just jumped in, Matt, so you might not be all up to speed, but just wondering if you guys know who did it. Okay, questioning warrant for Lucy at this moment to bring her in.
Yep, that hypodermic needle ought to inject some confidence in a judge. Let's go.
Game saved. Let's talk to her. Why do you have Michael's bookmaking documents?
So you found those?
Yup.
Need any further convincing that this guy is a total pawn scum? I took them from his apartment, yes, because I wanted something to really show my father what sort of lowlife his precious little girl was getting ready to marry. A blessed union that stood to taint our family and our business with guilt by association.
I'd have thought you wanted to protect your sister from a lowlife like Dubois.
Carrie was past listening to reason, and I don't remember when she ever listened to me. Meek though she seems, she makes her own choices. My responsibility is the business my father worked so hard to build.
Where did you get the spare key to Michael's apartment?
Stopped in one day to deliver a copy of my father's will to Carrie, only she wasn't in. I have a spare key for her apartment for emergencies. Whatever squabbles we might have, we're still family. Anyway, I went in and stumbled across that spare key to Dubois' apartment. Thinking fast, I went out to my car and got some ski wax out of the trunk, made an impression, and had a key made that very afternoon.
So you helped yourself to a good hard look around his apartment.
The guy is slime, and you know it, and I know it. I knew damn well I'd find something on him. Frankly, I expected to find drugs, but what I did find works just as well to demonstrate what an amoral loser Carrie hooked up with.
You're going to visit your sister? And you bring ski wax? Who drives around with ski wax? Oh my. Did you plant a knife on Michael Dubois' apartment?
Plant a... No. I didn't go there to plant anything. I just looked for evidence of his low-life character.
So you had a key, and you knew Carrie was getting everything in your father's will. Perfect opportunity to get rid of Sis and claim your rightful share of the family fortune, especially with that scumbag fiancé just waiting to be fit for a frame.
Listen carefully. Carrie and I have had our problems. I don't like her, okay? But she's my sister, and I love her. I would sooner kill myself than harm her. And anyway, why would I? She already signed the casino over to me.
Why do you have a needle with traces of your sister's blood?
I found those needles at Carrie's place when I was dropping off the will, remember? They disturbed me, obviously. If she got herself involved in drugs, I'd have to... I don't know what. Certainly, I intended to confront her about it.
Is that why you left that note?
Well, I was pretty angry. I figured with all the opportunities Carrie had heaped upon her in her short life to get involved with drugs, and that's what I assumed. Though I suppose it could have been an illness or something. Anyway, I was bent out of shape, out of concern for her. I don't have anything else to say to you.
Okay. Let's talk to this dude again. We talked to them. We haven't talked to him in a while. With all the new stuff that's came up. Lucy found needles from this hospital in Carrie's apartment. Why?
How should I know? She could have taken them from the hospital on one of her visits to her father, couldn't she?
Your fingerprints are on the box.
I work at the hospital. Could be a coincidence. I wouldn't put it past her, getting in my locker and taking them from there.
Keeping needles in your locker, that's standard for a nurse?
Hell, I keep all kinds of things in my locker. Not storing, more like dropping stuff off when I'm on my way to here or coming from there, you know.
We're talking employee locker? Here at the hospital?
I suppose we are. No big deal, right? Don't you have a locker at work?
Okay. Alex keeps needles in his employee locker. He claims Lucy may have had access to it.
I have nothing else to say. She's still looking good for this. Oh, wait. Warrant available via Brass. Probably for that locker. Let's talk to Brass. Let's find out. But who do you guys think did it? You just saw me skip through the Trinity evidence bit. Do you have any idea who did it? Can I get a warrant for Alex Porterson's locker?
Nice work. Time to breathe some fresh air into that locker of his and see what he's hiding. I'll call a judge.
Alrighty. Back to the hospital then with our warrant.
I have nothing else to say.
That doesn't look too good. Trash bag from locker. Trash bag found in the Alex Partisan locker. Okay, so we have another trash bag. We have shoes. Let's not try it with the...
Look familiar?
Guys! I think the Trinity evidence thingy is growing towards this dude. What do you think? He even has a picture of her. Of the woman he was doing while she was engaged to someone else. What's in the back? Bloody dress found in trash bag in Alex Porters's locker. Okay. Tomato juice.
Inside smells like blood.
Okay. We've got some stuff to check. Back at the lab. And that Trinity thing for Alex is growing, guys. Okay, DNA. Let's start with the DNA swabs, with the blood swabs. Blood from sneakers. blood from floor. Looks like a match to me.
Definitely Carrie Kennelly. But what did Alex do with the body?
We have more blood, blood from clothing. Well, it's not really surprising, is it, guys? Weren't updated from Ross. But guys, we have more blood. We have blood from Jack.
This may have started out as a tomato juice jug, but it wound up filled with another kind of red.
Okay, so we did the blood. We still have the baggie. Oh, other way around. For some reason we can't go round. Nope. I wanted the bag first, then we go for the shoes. Just because we can.
No surprise here. This is the bag that left a torn piece on Carrie's windowsill.
Oh, oh, oh. I have to sit differently, my foot was falling asleep. Okay. Let's go back to this machine, because we have a shoe. Let's see.
Maybe our victim was trying to escape out the window.
Ooh. Okay, let's check. Oh, no. Let's see the suspect thing again, because at Trinity, Lucy had a lot, but what does Alex have now? Look. Still a lot. Let's go back to Alex and ask some more questions, shall we? Let's finish this
I have
case
nothing else to
once and
say.
for all. He has nothing more to say. No? Okay, maybe we should talk to Brass? You guys still haven't replied with who you think did it. This is mean. Let's go for Alex.
Like Grissom says, blood tells. And all the telling stems from Alex Portison's locker. Let's talk to him.
Okay, let's talk to him again. Why are there items soaked with Carrie's blood in your locker?
I'm sure you could come up with some really interesting lies for us, Alex. But let's try the truth. It should be interesting enough.
They're Carrie's clothes, all right. Carrie's blood. It's all Carrie's.
Where is Carrie Kennelly?
If you and Carrie ever really were friends, cut her family a break. They deserve the truth.
Motel across town.
You left her body in a motel room? It wouldn't have taken us long before we found her. The smell alone.
You don't get it. You're just not that smart.
I'll work real hard at it, Alex. Educate me.
She's not dead. Carrie Kennelly is not dead.
Not dead? All that blood.
You mean you haven't put it all together yet? I mean, you found the jug and the needles, right? I didn't kill Carrie. Carrie killed Carrie.
Are you prepping an insanity plea?
You have to understand. Carrie was born with a silver spoon, but a tarnished one. She's pretty, and her father is famous, and that made her and everything she did tabloid fodder. She had this thing for bad boys, and she took more beatings than a Persian carpet. Her life in a fishbowl really got to her. She wanted a simpler life, but her daddy wanted her to take over the casino, a business Carrie hated. Why Mr. Kennelly refused to consider Lucy, who for all her faults had worked hard for him, I couldn't say. Maybe Lucy wanted it a little too much. And one day, Carrie woke up and she had a dying daddy waiting to burden her with more responsibility than she could ever face. Not to mention a sister who hated her guts, and an upcoming marriage that promised to make her the battered wife poster girl. Lucy, her father, Dubois, they all underestimated her. Behind those blue eyes and that placid personality, Carrie is a clever girl. And she knew she couldn't just leave, or else Dubois and her father would come looking for her. She figured she only had one way out, to fake her own death. It would require some minor plastic surgery and a change of hair color, and a lot of planning and a hell of a lot of nerve. But she relished the thought of putting one over on all these control freaks, just ruining her life.
So she met you, a male nurse, with medical knowledge and a sympathetic style, and the two of you saved her blood. It must have taken months.
Ms. Seidel, you're a clever young woman yourself. We drew out only a bit at a time. We stored it in the juice jug you found in the freezer. She slowly thawed it, and then she splashed her blood around everywhere, creating a crime scene that would inevitably lead to her being declared dead.
Then she brought you her bloody clothes to destroy them in the hospital incinerator.
I really wish those videos would be more smooth.
Yes, but then I screwed up. Got busy at work, not daring to attract undue attention, and haven't had a chance to get those clothes to the incinerator. Particularly not with you people underfoot so much. Then you beat me to them.
Why do I think it was your idea to use the knife to frame Dubois?
Well, you're correct about that, Captain. That wasn't like Carrie at all. Took some real convincing. But I couldn't risk him coming after us, not with his temper. And anyway, I convinced her that her murder would be more real if someone paid for it. And that abusing bastard deserved it. I think she felt good about knowing he would never beat up on a woman again.
So what was the plan, after you fooled the world into accepting Carrie's death?
We're in love, Captain. Neither one of us care a damn about the money, just each other. She'd pulled enough out of her accounts to give us a start. We were heading to Aruba to make a new life together.
Well, you won't need money where you'll be going, and you won't be together. You see, just because Dubois is a woman-beating asshole, that doesn't make it cool to frame him for murder. What motel and what room, Alex?
And I guess that's the conclusion of the game. What's the conclusion of the game? We solved it. Oh. Yay, the dead woman. Looks pretty good for that one. Haha.
You investigated every possible angle on this case. Doesn't happen often, but I'm very impressed.
Thank you. I think I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. Let's see. First case, I had to ask one question. And the silly thing is, the answer I got was something I already did. I forgot something else, so I didn't really could use the question. So I got investigator. The second one, I did better. I didn't ask any questions, and I got master. And today we played Daddy's Girl, and we're the master, guys. We got this. Woohoo! Okay, the next one will be Rough Cut. I'm not sure yet when I will be streaming. I'll let you know on Twitter when I know more about the day and the time. Thank you everyone for joining. I really appreciate your visits, your chats, your likes, your retweets on Twitter to make my stream more known. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Without you, this game would be a lot less fun. Hoping to see you soon again. Wishing you a very nice and probably hot evening. Good night and goodbye. See you next time.